Hey everybody, it's Headhunter here, and today I'm making a Clash Royale 2v2 win guide. If you like regular Clash Royale content, up-to-date tips, tricks, and strategies, remember to leave a like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon so you don't miss a thing. Now, getting to my first tip is building a right deck. And building a good deck for 2v2 is the first step in winning and getting better at 2v2. Now, there's plenty of strategies out there, but my strategy that helps me out a lot is to talk with your partner and have one of you go with an attack deck and one of you go with a defense deck. Now, this might seem crazy, but if one of you go with attack and the other one goes with defense, then that gives you each jobs. The one is to push a tower and chip away at the tower, and the other one is to counterattack and to play defense against the enemy's big pushes. And my next tip is kind of for people who play with other randoms, and that is to go with the defensive deck. Out of the two types I just told you to go with, offensive and defensive, defensive is really the way to go if you're not playing with somebody and you know their deck, because defensive, you can play defense, stall the match out better, and if it's better so that way you don't get paired with two attack heavy decks. Say you like to run a hog cycle deck for your attack deck. If you end up with two hog cycles, what are you going to do against a big heavy P.E.K.K.A deck or a golem pump or a golem night witch? That's why I think you should go with the defense deck. And now my next tip is communication. In 2v2, communication is key. You want to communicate with your partner in the best way possible, whether that be a real-life conversation if they're standing right beside you, or if it's texting over the game. That's better than not talking at all and going in blind. Now, my next couple tips I'm going to share with you while I'm battling so you can kind of see what I'm talking about. And now I just got paired, and here we go. Okay, so my next tip is to see what your teammate has on cycle. You can do that by clicking the teammate tab down here, and knowing what he has cycled is crucial, because that way you can tell whether you should play your skeleton army, he should play his, zap, etc., etc. Now, for my next tip is going to be defense is key. If you can play good defense in this match, you're way better off than just pushing in blind. And that is because if you can stop their pushes, that's all their elixir wasted on that push that you just stopped, with hopefully less elixir than they invested in it. Now, my next tip is going to be to not rush attacks. If you rush an attack, especially in 2v2, this goes for normal battles too, ladder battles, you can get countered pretty heavily in the beginning, and this is especially so in 2v2. If you get countered big in the beginning, it is hard to come back, and that's when you get a lot of people's partners to rage quit too. People rage quit like crazy if you get down a tower or two early in the match, which I don't know why. I think the partner should stay with you at the end. It's still not right, but that's just what people do. Now, right here, luckily, when I got paired with this match, I was lucky to get somebody with a good attack deck, so we can play a good duo offense and defense. But if you don't get paired with that, like I said, defense is the best to go, because you can play defense, you can play at least somewhat type of defense, even if your opponent's deck is terrible, or if they don't play. You're probably still going to lose, but I've won a couple matches 1v2. It was close, but of course it wasn't the whole match 1v2, but at the end, like the final 30 seconds, my teammate quit. It's been a couple different occasions, but I ended up pulling out the win because with this two tower deck, I've ended up being able just to stall out the match with the Furnace and the Inferno Tower. Now right here we're about to take his second tower, and we're in great shape to win right now with 18 seconds left. I really don't see them coming back. They, out of anger, zap our King Tower, and we are about to just take this win. Now, hopefully we'll get the 3 crown. Maybe, yes, and we did. And that is good for us because we get the extra crowns and the gold and the chest. Well, everybody, I hope y'all enjoyed the video. If you followed these tips and tricks, it will improve your game. Remember to leave a like, subscribe, and goodbye.